What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at a 2015 Dodge Durango. Customer's complaint is the check engine light is on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hook up a scan tool. I'm going to see what fault codes we have, and then we're going to see where we're going to go from there. Alright guys, so these are the codes that I pulled so far. The main one that we're going to be looking at is we have a P0456 EVAP emissions very small leak. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go under the hood. The first thing I'm going to go and look at is the gas cap. Make sure the gas cap is tight. Check the seal on the gas cap. If that looks good, then the first thing I'm going to go and do after that is go ahead and look at the EVAP Purge solenoid. So let's go take a look at the gas cap. Alright, so here's the gas cap. Obviously it's built with a capless system, so we have to look at the flap to make sure it's down. And just to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. It's not broken, no parts are missing. So it looks okay. It doesn't mean it's good, but it looks fine. So let's go on to the Purge solenoid. Alright, we come under the hood. This is the EVAP Purge solenoid right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to disconnect the connector from it. If I can, get on the other side of it. Get a little screwdriver so I can kind of lift it up a little bit. We're going to take that off. Okay. What I'm also going to go ahead and do is take it off from right here. And we're going to take it off the mount. And we're going to pull it off from right here. Pull the retainer off and then push and pull off. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to see if it has a little leak through. So it does. This thing is stuck open. When it's de-energized, these solenoids are supposed to be closed. So you shouldn't have any air that runs through it. But we do. So what ends up happening is you have engine vacuum right here, and if it's just constantly flowing and then the EVAP system tries to seal itself off, it's going to see that if it has an actual leak detection pump or if it uses the engine vacuum to build vacuum in the system, it's going to command all the valves closed and it's going to see that it's losing vacuum. So it's going to see it's a small leak based on how much vacuum is being lost. So this is a quick one. Purge solenoid is faulty, so I'm going to go ahead and recommend the Purge solenoid, and then we're going to probably do all this in real time. No need to fast forward. It's a really easy part to do, so let's go ahead and yeah, I'll do it on camera. I'll do it live. I'm not going to speed through anything. So it's really easy to change, so I'm going to go ahead and do my inspection as far as visual everything else, and then put the repair order in for this one, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I got the new part in. So what we're going to go do is we're going to take the old one back off because I didn't have to plug it back in because I had to move the car. So let's go ahead and take this one back off. I'm going to get my screwdriver that I used to get it off. Actually, let's just use a pick. Make it a little bit easier on myself. Get this pick in here. That side's off. And like I said, you can just kind of push on this white tab, push it in a little bit, and then push down on the white tab, and it should pop right out like that. So here is the older one, and let's get the new one. What brand do we get? And we got an OE part too, so that's good. So let's put the bad one in the bag. It actually comes with this rubber elbow right here, so let's go ahead and pull that off. Might as well, right? If I can even get it off. It's stuck on there. Let's use my round tipped pliers so I can kind of twist it a little bit, break whatever sealing is on there. It's just stuck on there. There we go. So here you go. And we can also use these to pop it right off. So let's put that in the bag too. And then we get the new one. Let's go ahead and put it on the rubber. Let's put the rubber part on first, get it on the intake. And then let's go ahead and put the inlet hose on. Let's put the lock on. This is your lock right here. Let's go ahead and put that on. Okay, we got that on. Let's go ahead and slide it on the bracket. If I can get it in there. Okay, we're on the bracket, hook up the connector, and voila. So that's it. It's very simple to replace the Purge solenoid. On most cars, it's fairly easy. Some it's a little time consuming, but this one it's right here on top, so it's not too bad. The engine cover back on, because customer didn't want any other work done but that, so technically we're done. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to go and get back into the cab of the car. We're going to hook up the scan tool and we're going to clear it. Alright guys, so there's the install of the EVAP Purge cylinder. It's actually really easy. It's a quick part to replace, even easier to diag. So if you're getting the P0456 on your car, aside from checking the gas cap itself, you know, if you have an actual cap, you want to check the seal around the cap. There's a little rubber O-ring on it. Make sure the cap is tight. If those check out fine, or if you have the capless ones, make sure the flap is closed. If you have the little funnel that comes with the car, you need to actuate it a little bit. Make sure it's not getting stuck open. Make sure the door is closing. There is a seal around the door as well. If all those check out fine, then go ahead and check the Purge solenoid. They're not that hard to check. You can Google where yours is at. Most of them, they're on top of the engine or they're somewhere around the firewall. It's just as simple as disconnecting the inlet and blowing through it to see if you're getting airflow through it. Like I said, when these things are unplugged or when the car is off, they should be closed. They should not have any airflow to pass through. So obviously if you do have air passing through it, that's your fault right there. It could be an intermittent fault too. It could be where sometimes it gets stuck open, sometimes it does close itself. I have had those as well. So you're just going to want to kind of check it. Usually it can also be a vent solenoid as well. When there's parts where it's an intermittent fault or the test, the test procedure shows that the system is sealed at that time, you can, if the parts are cheap enough, replace the vent solenoid, which is back by the canister, and the Purge solenoid. It doesn't hurt because obviously one of them are getting stuck open. So yeah, this car is ready. I'm going to go ahead and road test it and give it back to the customer. Until I see you guys in the next video, you guys have a good one.